Morning, everybody. I hope you're well today. This video's topic or subject today is the current diet that I am on. I do have a video coming up in the future that will detail my weight loss or my weight loss and gain and my weight journey for my whole life, because I've had a weight problem since I was in third grade. And I'm 67 now, so it's been rather extensive. Done all the things, tried all the things, still trying things. And currently the thing I'm trying or working on is the carnivore diet. I want to make it clear, I am not a carnivore channel. I am not a carnivore diet expert. And I am not giving anybody advice or saying, try this. I am just talking about my experience with the carnivore diet, my understanding about it, which could be completely misconstrued because it's more complicated than you might think. And a lot is involved with it. And there are a lot of carnivore channels that if you did have interest after hearing about it, of trying it, there are some excellent carnivore channels that can give you all the information you need. One of the main ones is Dr. Ken Berry, MD. He's an expert on the carnivore diet and has a long history with it. And I should have wrote these down. There's another doctor, but if you look at his channel, you will learn the names of other doctors. If you look at the I think she's called the Beef and Butter Gal or something like that. She has a lot of these doctors and speakers on and covers a lot of the medical aspects of it. And the do's and don'ts, you can learn that stuff from him. His channel or her channel. There's also several others that I will link in the description or mention in the description, and you can check out their channels if you want facts and the real deal on the carnivore diet. You're not going to get that from me because I'm not an expert on it. I'm still relatively new to it. I've been on it since September 27th, and this is December 22nd, so almost 3 months. And I'm following my version of it, or actually I'm on the poor man's version. I cannot afford, I'm on a fixed income. I cannot afford to buy the foods that they recommend that you need to be eating. You need to be eating good cuts of certain way beef, and I can't afford those. I'm having to buy beef patties that have additives in them, things like that. I can't afford the Element that everybody recommends, which is the best electrolyte to be taking, because you do need to be drinking electrolytes when you're on the carnivore diet. So I've had to buy a cheaper one that may or may not have the right amounts of the certain minerals that you should be getting or things. But it is working for me in that I'm not having difficulties that I'm aware of for not getting enough electrolytes and things like that. So I'm on the poor man's version. I can't afford, they recommend that you only eat pasteurized eggs. I'm not 100% even sure where to get those, but I can only afford to buy the cheapest eggs because I eat so many eggs. I cannot afford $4 or $5 or $7 a dozen. I just don't have the money for that. I also have to buy the cheaper versions of steaks, the beef steaks or things like that. And So I'm following the poor version, poor people's versions. I can't afford the thing, even the butter I buy is just a regular butter. I can't afford to buy the more expensive butter, certainly not for the amount of butter I'm eating. I don't have the budget for it. I have a very strict low budget for my food, and I just don't have the money for it. I'm rambling. Sorry. Anyway, uh, so I'm also the type of, from my understanding of the extensive videos I have watched on the carnivore diet, I'm following the BBBE version, which is beef, butter, bacon, and eggs version. And I also add salt. People do with or without salt. I add salt. I have, I did eliminate salt for adding salt for a week, but I still get salt because actually, I guess I don't follow the um, strictest version of BBBE even because I also add cheese, and because I don't have the money for the correct cheese, the pure cheese, I just buy regular version of cheese. And so, my system might be getting somewhat polluted because of the cheese that I eat, being on the poor man's version of it. But I have cut cheese. The cheese I cut for 10 days, I had no change or improvement or better or worse. And I need it for taste and enjoyment, because the carnivore diet is very strict. You don't get a lot of pleasure eating if you enjoy eating and you're a fatty who likes food. There's not a lot of variety if you're like me, because I don't eat fish or seafood at all, so I don't have that to add to it. um, but so my pleasure eatings are having bacon or adding cheese to everything and stuff. So that's arguable that some of the benefits I'm not getting from the carnivore diet might actually be because I'm adding this cheese, or I'm getting too much salt, or the poor man's version, I'm getting some, like when my original electrolytes, I'm pretty sure I was getting some form of sugar and carbs. They said zero sugar and carbs, but they taste like they had sugar. They made you want to eat sugar. And so I switched to one that was unflavored, did not have any flavoring whatsoever. Anyway, so um, the benefits that I'm getting from the carnivore diet is or the main benefit, well, you do lose weight. I have had some frustration that I'm not losing weight as fast as a lot of people on the carnivore channels claim, or in the comments, people lose immense amounts of weight pretty fast. And that was one thing I needed, because I really need this weight off because of the issues I'm having with my knees, my surgery knee. I had my knee replaced August 1st. It's not going well. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm somewhat a lot more disabled than I was before the surgery, and it's not getting any better, and it's quite frustrating. I need this weight off. I need to be lighter, so I need to lose the weight. But the biggest help is on the carnivore diet, you are eating only animal products. You're not eating anything plant-based whatsoever. So you are getting, if you're doing it correctly, which, like I said, I'm probably not doing 100% correctly because of the lower quality of the things I have to buy. So I'm getting some additives to my, like my beef patties and my other things. I'm getting some things that are lower quality, but even the way that I am on the poor man's version, I'm getting no sugar and no carbohydrates. And the reason that works so good for me is because I have a severe addiction or allergy to sugar and carbohydrates. I am I'm strongly affected by them, even when following a low carbohydrate, high protein diet. But with the carnivore, you're cutting all of that out, because when I was had cut sugar. Before that, I would still be eating fruits, or, I didn't eat much bread, but occasionally I would have a small piece of bread, or for some reason, like having oatmeal, I would have a full-on sugar reaction to eating oatmeal. Usually it had a banana in it, so either one or combined, they were obviously causing a lot of problems. So for me to get all the sugar and all the carbs out of my system has stopped the craziness that it causes with my depression. My ADD is, or ADHD is better. Um, pretty much the nuttiness in my head, the mood things, is all so much better. It's December. I haven't even been consistent with using my lamp, and my SAD, my seasonal affective disorder, is better, because normally in December I would barely be functional. I was hardly functional in October when my pain was worse after my surgery. I was deeply depressed, and a lot of that is so much less than it was. I still have some problems, but it might be I have a bad attitude and I need an attitude adjustment or something, because the chemical things that drive me, um, are so much better. And I went off my medications last year in October. So I've been off meds for a year now, and um, did not do well last winter because I got back on sugar. I was on sugar and severely depressed the whole winter and gained like 55 pounds in 5 months. So it was a bad year last year because I was on the sugar. This year, I'm on the carnivore diet and doing so much better, and losing weight, just not as fast as I would like. But some people, if they heard how much I've lost on the carnivore diet, they'd be like, "What are you complaining about?" And when I look at it, I go also, well, it's not, it's still good loss. It just gets frustrating because I might not lose for 22 days, and that gets frustrating. It's like, why does it have to take 16 to 22 days to see the scale go down? Or it'll go down and then it'll go back up, and it just feels like it's taking forever. But if you look at the total numbers, I'm doing well on it. And I have had frustration with not getting the same benefits that, because I've watched a lot of videos on it and I've read the comments, and people get such results with so many things. It's not just weight loss. They get they're not in pain anymore. A lot of them don't have back pain anymore. I've really been frustrated with that because my back is driving me crazy, interfering with sleep, and I already have problems getting enough sleep because of insomnia and now the surgery knee. So between all this pain, I can't get any sleep, and the insomnia, I can't get any sleep, and nothing goes right if you don't get enough sleep. So I need to get enough sleep. But I have not had any loss of pain from the carnivore diet, but recently it's occurred to me, well, maybe my pain is not caused by inflammation. And the benefit of the carnivore diet is that it helps with inflammation. Like if you have rheumatoid arthritis, or if you have um, things that are caused by inflammation, actual inflammation, because I also am having trouble with edema, and that it hasn't helped that at all. Um, and so I was frustrated because people would go, "Oh, I'm not in pain anymore. I've got this, I've got that." A lot of people have they get their diabetes under control or eliminated. I can't attest to that because I never had diabetes to start with. I did not have high blood pressure, although my blood pressure was starting to climb. So I will be interested. In April, I see my doctor to get labs done to see if to make sure that the diet is not affecting me adversely, health wise, because it is controversial. People argue being on the carnivore diet will kill you. It'll give you heart disease. It'll make your cholesterol go through the roof, yada yada yada. But the carnivore community will tell you no, it does not do those things, and that it actually lowers everything, except it will show a spike in certain types of cholesterol. But if you get other things checked that will verify, no, you're not getting heart disease, you're not getting actual high cholesterol. So that's disputed. And again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, I'm not a carnivore channel. That's just what I've learned from watching the carnivore channels and looking into it. And we'll see what my labs say after 6 months, whether it's helped certain things or things like that. I'm even curious to find out if my A1C went down, because I did have my A1C check last July, and it was uh, normal at 5.6, and the time I had it checked before that was 5.5. So I do not have diabetes, but people's A1Cs go down, and any further away I can get from diabetes, I'm happy, because I've been told my whole life, since my whole life, is you're going to get diabetes. You're going to get diabetes. It runs in your family, and you're morbidly obese. You're going to get diabetes. And I have not gotten diabetes, and I don't want diabetes. So the farther I can get away from that, I don't want high blood pressure and or high cholesterol, and because I don't want to be on medications either. And so if I can get farther away from any of those things, that'll make me happy. But we'll find that out in April. But for now, um, I check with the channels if I'm having this particular problem, and they talk about, like, one of the reasons you don't lose weight at all or as much, it might be you have your fat protein ratio wrong, and I might have mine wrong. I haven't taken the time to figure that out completely, or work with that, or look into things like that. So there may be reasons why I'm not losing as fast as I think I should. The main thing being because my calories are only uh, between 1,200, and at their highest, they did a couple days get up to 1,900, but on average, I'm only eating 1,200 something to 1,300 something calories on average a day. And I should be losing a lot of weight just eating that many calories, but they will tell you on the carnivore diet that doesn't matter. You don't have to count calories, and even if you're not getting very many calories, you might not lose weight if you're not getting the right foods and the right nutrients that you're supposed to. So that could be a reason and stuff. So overall, I'm happy with the diet for what it's doing. It's easier. It's a really hard diet to be on in some ways, because especially this time of year with the holidays. I have a Alexa Echo Show that's constantly showing treats and things I see. It's like I want to eat carbs. I want to, because I do love food, and things, but you don't have the sugar in your system, so you're not going crazy that, oh, I gotta eat. I'm not having that. I don't have physical cravings. I just have things I get in my head, like, God, I'd love to eat this, or I'd love to eat that. But which is always been a problem with other diets, because even if I'm just eating some fruits like bananas or blueberries, that's enough sugar to get, like I said, get my system going. Or if I eat oatmeal or something with a lot of bread or something, that will keep the cravings going. So with the carnivore diet, you're just blessed to not even have to deal with all that. You don't have the cravings, you don't have the driving you crazy for stuff other than what you get in your head, like, God, I'd love a pizza, or give me some pumpkin bread, or give me something, I want some candy. You get that idea in your head, but that's more psychological. Whereas being a sugar addict, having any kind of carbs or sugar in your system, you go crazy to have to eat, and can't control yourself. So I'm trying to do things through willpower, just doesn't work for me. So this diet has been very easy in that respect, of not going through the insanity of crazy for this. And you do get to eat delicious stuff. It's just sometimes things aren't as good as a piece of cake or donut or pumpkin pie or all that fun stuff. You don't get to have any of that. But I can't eat that no matter what diet I'm on without paying high consequences, like I did last winter. So That's where I am today with what diet I'm on right now is the carnivore diet, and it's working well for me. Although I still wish it would make my back pain go away, but can't have everything, I guess. If you have any experience with the carnivore diet or questions, go ahead and leave a comment, and um, I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome weekend. Bye.